Introducing the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and many more. The Open Palm Podcast, where the host engages his listeners with inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas. Topics include: make more mistakes, how much is your value, don't get right, get going, learning to let go, excellence is a habit, and more. Binge listen today. Subscribe today. It's getting excellent ratings. That's the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. You can also find it on YouTube. Make sure you share it with your social networks and connect on Twitter and Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's the Open Palm Podcast with Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms. Go listen, download, and subscribe now.
Self-care is not selfish. Self-love is far from selfish. The more love you give to yourself, the more love you can give to the world. The more care you show yourself, the more care you can have for the world. There's always that saying, when the plane is going down, the flight attendant, what do they tell you when the masks pop out? Put yours on first. You gotta take care of yourself first. There have been so many ways this week and past that I've been introduced to different forms of self-care. Things that I had no idea I was going to engage in, such as a chiropractor. I had never before had one, and getting my neck, back, and body popped in these different places has really opened me up in a major way. Also, going as far as getting a pedicure. It sounds so weird saying it, but I never thought that I never thought. And when I was getting this pedicure, I was so uncomfortable at first. Just the thought of having someone taking care of my feet just felt weird. You know, I walk everywhere. But it's interesting that because I walk everywhere, I needed this, and I didn't even know it. This person, while giving me this treatment, was teaching me to receive. You see, we can give. And oftentimes, people who give a lot, sometimes they feel like they don't get back. But it's not because things don't come their way. Maybe they just find it hard to receive. I've definitely been in this position, and I've seen others who they will give until they've given their all, they've given their last. But if someone wants to give to them, even giving a compliment, they won't receive it. They'll find a way to punt it back, or find a way to let it graze over them, but they won't simply receive. As I got this foot massage, there were so many knots in my feet from years of hiking and walking in nature, and it was so painful. I had to do breath work and meditate just to endure the pain. But afterwards, I felt like I was so much lighter. Then getting a facial. What are you doing, Jerome? And finding out that that's something I needed. Not that I needed it to survive, but just giving myself something to feel good, allowing myself to feel good, and being okay with feeling good. When it used to be very uncomfortable to receive and have someone serve me in the ways in which I enjoyed serving others. Often, there is so much freedom to be found on the other side of our fear. And fear for some may be so comfortable for others. But for me, finding out that self-care is not selfish has been a wonderful discovery. In your life, find out if there are things you've been neglecting, perhaps your own body, just a stretch, a massage. You can massage yourself, you know. You don't need another person. But the principle is the same. Self-care is not selfish. Give yourself that love and attention that you are looking for. And once your cup runneth over, you can always place another cup right beside that. Allow yourself to be comfortable being uncomfortable sometimes. It can be a wonderful experience. It feels good to feel good. Remember, my friend, if anyone calls you selfish for thinking of yourself, think twice. For it's the least selfish thing that there is. By giving more to you, you give more to us all. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in San Antonio, Texas. The open palm means harmony with the world, understanding our place in the world, using our skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. I pray you received a kind message, letting you know that it's okay to give yourself a little tender love and care. Share this with a like-minded individual who is learning and growing, becoming their greatest version just like you, being all that they can be each day. Pay it forward so more can hear the message. And if this is your very first time receiving this podcast, then definitely subscribe if you are not already for more inspirational messages like this. And if you feel compelled to support, consider opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw. Supporting the podcast there by clicking that little link is much appreciated. Thank you to all the wonderful supporters who continue to donate and contribute to the podcast. Much love to you. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, my friend. And as always, take care. Hey there, my friend. So you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.